A mother in Irvington had been searching for months for her 28-year-old son, Joel. Then the unthinkable happened. She found out he died at University Hospital in Newark a year earlier. Omaira Merced is now suing the hospital and 2 police departments for failing to notify her. News 12 New Jersey's Chris Keating spoke with her. Chris?
Eric, Omaira Merced was told of her son's death 1 year after his passing. Adding to her grief was the fact that he was buried in an unmarked grave. She says the system failed her here and wonders if this has happened to other families.
If they had looked for the next of kin, they would have found me. Someone didn't do their job.
The last time that Omaira Merced saw her 28-year-old son Joel was on September 15th of 2024. So she started a search with her husband and family, thinking he'd eventually turn up.
My husband and I would go to downtown Newark, around Irvington. We went to New Brunswick. We reached out to his friends.
With no luck, in January, she asked for help with a search from Irvington and Newark police.
The detective would just tell us, keep posted on Facebook. You have more luck finding him through social media than what we do. He said he contacted the morgue. He said he contacted the hospitals.
During that year-long search, Omaira never knew that her son Joel had already died. In September, only 2 weeks after she last saw him, it would turn out he was found on a street in Newark and taken to nearby University Hospital, where he died from cardiac arrest. He didn't have any ID on him, but they did figure out who he was.
He died on the 28th. On the 30th, he was already identified by fingerprints. 2 days later, they knew who he was.
But no one at the hospital or PD ever tracked down his mother.
He was probably another person that they felt that didn't matter or didn't have family, or I don't know.
The heartache only increased when she learned her son had been buried in a grave in North Bergen. This photo shows her at that site, which she has only visited once.
They took my son's remains and buried him in a massive grave.
She has since hired an attorney, Steve Haddad, who says the police and hospital failed her.
A failure to identify, failure to notify next of kin, a failure to show any uniform protocol for missing persons or even unidentified descendants. His mother, at the very least, deserves answers and accountability.
We have reached out to University Hospital to ask about protocols for notifying next of kin when there is a deceased John Doe. However, a spokesperson is telling us that University Hospital is unable to comment on patient care or potential litigation matters. Now, Omaira does not want her son's remains to stay in that unmarked grave in North Bergen. She will attempt to have him exhumed and give Joel a dignified burial at her family's plot. Chris Keating, News 12 New Jersey.